Good morning. As the first light of day stretches across the Atlantic, a sense of peace settles over the water. On January 29, 2026, the Atlantic is utterly calm. No storms, no disturbances, just a blank map from the National Hurricane Center. The satellite imagery shows nothing but open, undisturbed ocean, a rare sight that only comes during the heart of winter. This deep winter quiet is exactly what we expect, a stark contrast to the vigilance and tension that define hurricane season. The horizon stretches endlessly, undisturbed by the threat of swirling clouds or churning waves. Right now, the Atlantic simply lacks the fuel and conditions storms need to form. The cold waters and stable air act as a natural barrier, preventing any tropical systems from developing. For coastal communities and weather watchers, this is a welcome, necessary break. Residents can breathe easy, knowing that for now the threat is at bay. The tranquility is a reminder of nature's cycles and the importance of the off-season. It's a time when the ocean and those who live by it can rest and recover. It's a time to reflect on the past season and prepare for the next. People stroll along empty beaches, enjoying the rare stillness before the inevitable return of activity. The forces that suppress storms are firmly in control, keeping the basin stable from the Caribbean to the far eastern Atlantic. High-pressure systems and cool temperatures dominate, ensuring the ocean remains peaceful. Over the next sections, we'll break down why the map is so empty and what this calm really means. We'll explore the science behind these quiet months and what they signal for the months ahead. Understanding the science behind the quiet helps us stay prepared for when the season inevitably returns. By studying these peaceful periods, meteorologists and scientists gain valuable insights that help protect lives and property when storms do arrive. Today's National Hurricane Center map is a meteorologist's dream, completely blank, signaling no tropical cyclone formation expected for the next week. This isn't a guess, it's a high-confidence forecast based on data and advanced models. During hurricane season, we scrutinize this map for any sign of trouble. But now, its emptiness is reassuring. The absence of highlighted areas means the Atlantic is missing every ingredient needed for storm development. The NHC's clean slate covers a vast area, from Africa to the Gulf of Mexico, confirming overwhelming winter stability. Their team constantly analyzes satellite and ocean data, so a zero-activity outlook is a definitive statement. This is the normal state for January, a period of meteorological rest. The blank map is visual proof that the Atlantic is quiet, and millions can breathe easier. For now, the ocean is at peace, and that's exactly how it should be. Hurricanes need warm water, at least 80-degree wind, to form, but in January, the Atlantic is far too cold. Months of cooling and short winter days have left most of the basin with water temperatures in the 60s and 70s. The warmest waters are confined to a narrow equatorial band, far from the main development region. Any disturbance trying to form now is like a car running on empty. There's simply no energy to fuel a storm. Even if a patch of surface water warms up, the cold water below quickly saps any potential. Upwelling from storm winds brings even more cold water to the surface, cutting off energy. In summer, deep warm water powers storms. In winter, that reservoir is gone. This natural cooling cycle is why hurricane season has a clear start and end. Without warm water, the Atlantic storm engine can't even start. Warm water isn't enough. A storm also needs a calm atmosphere, but winter brings powerful wind shear to the Atlantic. Wind shear, or changes in wind speed and direction with height, acts like a shield, tearing apart any developing storm. The jet stream dips south in winter, bringing strong upper-level winds over the Gulf, Florida, and the western Atlantic. These winds tilt and disrupt any storm trying to form, preventing it from organizing. Even if warm water is present, high wind shear makes storm development nearly impossible. The winter pattern is fundamentally hostile to hurricanes. All the right ingredients must align, and low wind shear is non-negotiable. For now, wind shear is one of our best defenses, keeping the Atlantic peaceful. The third missing ingredient for storms is moisture. Without it, even the most promising disturbances struggle to develop into anything significant. In January, the Atlantic is dominated by vast expanses of dry, stable air stretching from the Americas to Africa. This dryness originates from the cold winter continents and, most notably, the Sahara Desert. The Saharan air layer, a massive plume of hot, dusty air, sweeps off Africa and spreads arid, stable air far over the ocean, creating a hostile environment for storm formation. Dry air acts like a sponge, soaking up any moisture a disturbance might gather, starving it before it can organize. Even small pockets of rising air are quickly dried out, preventing clouds from building. On top of that, temperature inversions from this dry air create a lid in the atmosphere, blocking thunderstorm growth and trapping any heat or moisture below. Cold fronts sweeping off North America add even more dry air to the mix, reinforcing the suppression and making it even harder for storms to get started. It takes days for this dry air to gradually pick up enough moisture from the ocean below. By the time it does, it's usually drifted out of the storm zone or runs into destructive wind shear, ending any chance for development. In January, a potential storm faces a triple threat: cold water, relentless wind shear, and overwhelming dry air. A battle it simply can't win. The result is a stable, arid atmosphere, a nearly foolproof recipe for calm, cloudless skies across the Atlantic. That's why, during January, our weather maps stay blissfully blank, with no tropical systems in sight and little chance of any surprises. While January is usually quiet, the Atlantic has produced a few rare winter storms. Hurricane Alex in 2016 was a true anomaly, forming in January over barely warm enough waters and making landfall in the Azores. Other oddities include the unnamed subtropical storm of 1978 and Hurricane Alice, which spanned the new year in 1955. These storms required a perfect, fleeting alignment of warm water, low wind shear, and moisture. They're reminders that the Atlantic is never fully closed, but such events are extremely rare. Each was a fluke, not the norm, and highlights just how unusual winter storms are. The current blank map is the standard, not the exception. These rare cases teach us to stay aware, but also to appreciate the peace. As February turns to March, meteorologists begin to pay even closer attention to the subtle signs of seasonal change. This is a crucial time, as the atmosphere starts to shift gears and hints of the coming transition begin to emerge. One of the most important signals we look for is the gradual rise in sea surface temperatures, especially in the Gulf of Mexico and near the Florida coastline. These warming waters are the first clue that the environment is becoming more favorable for storm development. We carefully track the northward creep of the 80-degree line, which is a key prerequisite for early-season tropical storms. This invisible boundary marks where the ocean is warm enough to fuel potential cyclones. At the same time, we monitor the jet stream overhead. Its gradual retreat northward is significant because as it moves away, wind shear decreases, making the atmosphere more supportive of storm formation. This transition is slow and often subtle, but it's absolutely critical. Both warm water and low wind shear must come together before any storms can truly form. We also keep a close eye on increasing moisture levels. As winter's dry air gradually gives way, a more humid tropical air mass begins to take hold, setting the stage for more active weather. Satellite imagery reveals deeper, thicker clouds and more frequent thunderstorm activity as spring approaches. These changes are early indicators that the atmosphere is becoming more energetic. While these aren't organized storms just yet, they're clear signs that the atmosphere is waking up and preparing for the upcoming hurricane season. When we see the trifecta, warming water, relaxing wind shear, and rising moisture, all coming together, it signals the Atlantic's gradual return to life and the potential for storm activity to increase. For now, none of these signs are fully present and the Atlantic remains quiet. But as spring draws closer, we'll be watching every development closely, ready for the first real hints of change. The off-season is the best time to prepare for hurricane season, without the stress of an imminent threat. Use this calm to review your hurricane kit, check batteries, food, water, and medications. Plan for special needs, pets, infants, elderly relatives, and aim to have supplies ready by May. Review your family's emergency plan, evacuation routes, communication strategies, and a central contact. Check your insurance coverage, including flood insurance, and understand your policies now. Stay informed by knowing where to get reliable weather updates, NHC, local weather offices, and trusted meteorologists. Download apps and set up alerts before the season starts. Proactive steps now mean peace of mind later. Preparation during the calm empowers you to face the next season with confidence. Use this quiet time wisely. Being ready is the best defense. As we close, the Atlantic remains quiet, a result of cold water, strong winds, and dry air working together. This is the heart of the off-season, a natural pause in the hurricane cycle. We've explored the science behind the calm and remembered rare winter storms that remind us to stay vigilant. Soon we'll watch for the first signs of change: warming seas, shifting winds, and returning moisture. The transition to hurricane season is gradual, and we'll track every step to keep you informed. For now, enjoy the peace and use this time to prepare. Stay connected to trusted sources, review your plans, and check your supplies. The horizon is clear. Let's stay ready for whatever the next season brings.